Hello there, fellow Monster Madness ghouls and goblins. You're currently hearing the voice of a girl with no name, and it's here with very, very clear intentions to sound the alarm. Before you listen any further, beware that frightful spoilers and deliciously explicit language lie ahead. For once you find yourself in the midst of those telltale bumps in the night and the haunting howls of host laughter and cinematic judgment, there is no turning back. Choose wisely.
He is here to protect and serve.
Looks like you need a policeman.
His job is to safeguard the innocent,
What was that?
pursue the guilty,
Everything's under control.
and uphold the law.
Nothing to worry about, miss.
There are good cops,
Officer?
and there are bad cops.
I said hands in the air!
But be thankful there's only one.
Police Officer Joe Vickers,
Psycho cop.
at your service.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monster Madness, a podcast dedicated to all sorts of creature features and beyond. My name is Erica Gwynn, and I'm here to welcome you to the show as per usual. Joined with me are two dudes who I really don't know why they put up with me and my 8-month hiatuses, but we have Daniel Gwynn
Heidi ho.
and Matt Stein.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Maddie's back.
It would have been better if I would have done that. but-
Yeah, well, you suck.
I know.
Before we get into the hubbub of the show, we would like to give you our social media plugs. Again, as per usual. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all the other obscure social media platforms that you use and love and hate. I don't really know. Matt is on Twitch a few times a week, if not more, playing a bunch of different games. You can find him on twitch.tv/monstermadnesspod. We also have a Discord channel if you'd like to join. We talk about an array of topics, everything from the band Creed to what we had for dinner. So if that's something that you're into, please come on and join. The link will be posted in the show notes along with the links for everything else that I just mentioned. Now, without further ado, we will be discussing on this episode of Monster Madness, most likely very briefly, the 1989 film Psycho Cop.
Psycho cop. He always gets his man
Shouldn't run from the police.
and everybody else.
So this movie premiered on November 28th, 1989 in the US. It did not release until the 90s in the UK and other overseas areas. It is directed by Wallace Potts. He also wrote it. It stars Robert R. Schaefer, or as we lovingly know him as...
Bob Vance Refrigeration.
Exactly. Jeff Quayle, Palmer Lee Todd, Dan Campbell, Cindy Geyer, Linda West, Bruce Molina, and a bunch of other random people who have no pictures on IMDb, so that shows you how popular they are. This was not their big break, unfortunately. Some taglines for the film, there are a grand total of 3. The first one is, "It's a killer." Then we have, "He always gets his man, ... and everyone else." And then finally, they went for help, but sometimes help can be dangerous.
Oh.
Ooh.
You didn't even mention the one that's on the poster.
What's the one on the poster?
He's the last cop you'll ever meet.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, shit. No, it says it's the last cop you'll ever need. Get glasses.
No, I shit you not. This says meet.
Okay, so there's 2 more. The last cop you'll ever need and the last cop you'll ever meet.
I was gonna zoom in real close on his creepy eyes and make you look.
The poster, I will say, is pretty cool.
I like the poster quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do
we have a budget, or is it just...
No, I can't find one anywhere.
Oh, excellent. So the budget is...
$7.
Yeah. And it probably didn't even make that back.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, the film is rated R. It runs for 127 godforsaken minutes. And it stars Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration. So Matt's going to talk
It wasn't that bad.
You know, I mean, on the scale of movies that we have watched that I've liked and I've disliked, I found humor in this one. But I'm going to let you run through the plot and tell us about Bob Vance killing people with refrigerators.
2 lost newlyweds named Barbara and Greg stumble on the site of a ritualistic murder by a woman by Joe Vickers, a corrupt police officer and serial killer who is also a devil worshiper. Vickers murders both of them. I don't know why that's a sentence of its own name, or Wikipedia. Get your shit together. The next day, 3 couples travel to a secluded mansion that they have rented and are given a tour by the property's caretaker, who is later murdered by Vickers. Upon noticing the caretaker's disappearances, I've been drinking. Disappearances, the couples go looking for him and encounter Vickers, who reassures them by claiming that the caretaker injured himself chopping wood and is now recovering in the hospital. That night, Zach leaves to get beer and is killed by Vickers via billy club being shoved down his throat. Which, before we started recording, has my favorite line of the movie when the billy club gets shoved into his throat and goes, "You have the right to remain silent." This movie is chock full of hilarious police-related one-liners. That's why I love this movie so fucking much.
So do your dogs.
DJ Wicket being a dick. Vickers proceeds to butcher Eric, Julie, and Sarah. Doug and Laura realize that Vickers is the culprit by his shoe prints. That was a dumb part of the movie.
Shoe prints?
Yeah, because he's like standing atop of the stairs and he sees all the muddy shoe prints on the rug. Mm-hmm. He goes, "Those are the same ones from outside."
Dun, 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 dun.
Before being killed by Vickers, the officers reveal that he is really Gary Henley, a discharged psychiatric patient who has somehow infiltrated the California Police Department.
He's not a cop? What?
Yeah, right.
Ba-da-da.
Laura is pursued by Vickers to a clearing containing the crucified bodies of Zach, Julie, Eric, and Sarah. Laura shoots Vickers with his own sidearm, but he is unaffected. I like how we've pointed out the fact that he's not really Vickers, but we're still calling him Vickers.
I mean, it's just easier at this point.
I agree. Vickers is finally defeated and seemingly killed when he has a sharp log thrown through him by Doug. All-star quarterback Doug.
Go, Doug, go.
Go, Doug, go. Emergency services greet Laura and Doug at the mansion as Vickers recovers, and a newscast announces that further evidence indicates that he is actually an escaped psychopathic serial killer named Ted Warnicki. And the film ends with Vickers smiling evilly at the camera. And then there is a second one that eventually I'll make you watch.
Psycho Cop returns.
Returns, right? Yeah.
It actually, on IMDb, is rated better than the first one, which...
Wow.
Hey man, sometimes sequels do surpass their originals.
But I don't think this movie was ever meant to be anything other than like a campy shitfest.
Now, when it comes to campy shitfest, because I mean, there really is not much to talk about with this film, because it is just like they show up, they're really campy, they're really, Billy Bob, why is he? What's going on in the woods? And then all of a sudden, a fucking, the one bitch gets hit by a car, which I thought was really funny. And that one guy was like, "What's happening with the soup?" Because there's like soup all over the soup.
I swore I bought 6 boxes of soup. And then here comes Tommy. I had to keep my dick cold.
And all the chicks are like, "Let's take a bubble bath together."
Yeah, we're watching that.
It's so
Who the hell does that?
We're watching that, and he like looks at me, and I know he wants to ask, and I'm like, "No, Daniel." Me and my friends were never like, "You know what would be great right now if we all fucking took a bath together." Like, that's just not something most people are just like. I hate to like pop bubbles of male fantasy illusions. That's just not something we do.
Yeah, no, even I know that, and I'm a dumb, stupid idiot.
Okay, so I mean, we will watch it eventually, but I am looking at the IMDb.
Season 57.
Sequels Part 3. There is a sequel, as we said, Psycho Cop Returns. It is with Bob Vance again, which is amazing. The guy, Wallace Potts, actually wrote the second one as well, which is surprising. And he plays someone in it, but he's uncredited, so he's kind of just hiding in there. He didn't direct the next one. But unfortunately, Mr. Potts could not make like a trilogy out of this because he passed away in 2006.
Oh.
Yeah, R.I.P. Wallace Potts. I may have not liked your movie, but there's someone out there, and I said this to Daniel, I was like, there's someone out there that this is their favorite horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's someone out there that actually saw this as a kid and got scared.
Probably.
I made a point to Alyssa when we were watching it, and I was like, man, in the 80s, it was probably fucking super terrifying to think about the police as being the person that tries to kill you.
Yeah.
I said, and now it's just normal.
Topical.
I'm not saying it's like okay that it's normal, but it's like if we put out a horror movie now where the keys was the pillar,
well,
the police was the killer, no one would fucking be shocked.
What I'm excited for, not all that, but I'm excited for
Bubble baths with your friends.
You know it.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
What do you think I'm doing tomorrow night? there's a movie that we're covering. I think it's the last movie of this season, if we ever finish this season. It's called The Ranger, and
We're on a roll now.
I want to see if there's any similarities between this movie and that movie, because what I'm noticing as we're going through like a lot of slasher movies, some that I've heard of, some that I have never heard of, is that there are a lot of callbacks to campier shit in the like mainstream ones, and I'm like, that wasn't your fucking idea. You took it from like a D-list movie, made it your own, and now like everybody thinks like, oh, that's so unique, and it's not. I don't know why I sounded like fucking Barney right there, but
You're not unique.
I don't love you.
So I wanted to look up the Ranger on Wikipedia, and the Ranger has less than this movie.
Oh, I can't wait to finish out the season with that one.
It doesn't even have a plot summary.
Sweet, you're gonna have to write that one on your own.
Is that who's?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna make it yours.
Well, just when we get to that point, we know whoever does it has to write cliff notes.
I vote Dan because he used to do that the first season. Remember?
Yep, I vote Dan.
We all vote Dan.
I'm just excited that episode 47 is a Lamb of God song.
Wait, what?
Laid to Rest.
You made the reference to that when you saw it on the Airtable. You're like, hey, it's a Lamb of God song. Everything is Barney right now.
Did I ever tell you? This was years and years and years ago because we were still hanging out at JR's parents' house. Mm-hmm. But I walked into the living room and his dad was watching the news and it said "Soldier laid to rest," and I didn't think about it. Just like, ooh, laid to rest. And it became a joke for a long time.
Jesus. Have you okay, so on the IMDb again, I'm looking. The VHS in I think it's the Japanese or the I think this is Japanese. The VHS is actually pretty awesome. The cover of it.
Psycho Cop?
Mm-hmm.
So Mike, Randy Fitzsimmons,
yeah.
He's started collecting VHS and he got like the Dr. Sleep one and it looks really fucking cool, and he got the Fear Street set and like they all look really fucking cool. But then you have to like watch VHS and rewind them and stuff.
Be kind, rewind. That's a great.
Well, it's your own. You just fuck future you if you don't.
Yeah, well, yeah. I used to remember how annoying that was when you'd open up or like slide the movie out and it was just that tiny little thin in the front and you're like, motherfuck, didn't rewind.
Did you have to rewind it by hand, or did you have a?
Who the fuck rewinds things by hand? You put in the VCR and you hit rewind.
Or you get the fucking rewinder if you're rich. We didn't have a rewinder. I had to wait 45 seconds for that fucking thing.
I didn't even know a rewinder existed. I was always concerned that like some of the more popular movies that we would watch over and over again, that eventually like the tape was just going to break. Like my Titanic double VHS. Hey man, I used to be able to quote that whole fucking box cover. I probably still could.
Let's not.
Anyway, so it's been 80.
I'll give you $6 to stop.
It's been 84 years.
Venmo me right now, bitch.
And I married my husband and lived with him for 60, but fuck him.
I know,
Where's
that was
Jack?
probably one of my favorite memes of most recent dates. It's just like, this bitch lives her whole life, has kids and grandkids, and a whole entire life with this dude, only to die and go to heaven with her fuckboy. And now Titanic has been ruined for me completely.
I'm hesitant to ask you to explain what you just said.
What do you mean?
Well, the last time I saw Titanic, it's been a very long time, and I didn't see this meme.
When you were sitting on the floor.
Nope, wasn't even gonna say it. Wasn't even gonna say it. You brought it up.
Yeah, the 17th time that story's been told. No, okay, so
you're telling it now. I'm not even the one telling it. I was there living it. You're telling it.
I'd be pretty pissed if my grandmother just threw like $1 billion necklace into the freaking ocean. Like,
I think that is actually the bigger point here.
Like, what the fuck, Grandma?
Grandma, we could be Oprah rich, and instead you threw it in the ocean. You dumb
Question, because I really Oprah rich. I don't feel like talking about this movie that much. Have you ever seen the alternate ending with Bill Paxton of Titanic, where he hysterically laughs into the night sky, and it's fucking bananas? Okay, you're gonna live listen to Matt react to the alternate ending of Titanic. So if you haven't watched Titanic, you've had about 25 years to catch up.
Not the alternate ending of Titanic where Jack lives.
No, that's not it. He doesn't live in any of them. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so this is actually... It's 4.5 minutes long.
Okay, you can skip to the middle. If you see the bitch standing on the ledge...
That's it.
Start there.
Okay. So she's
Okay, now pause real quick. Pause real quick.
Yep.
Okay. So in the original movie, she quietly goes to the edge of the what would you call that? It's like not a ship, but it's like kind of like
Yes.
no, they have to take a ship to get to that point, don't they? Or is that a fucking ship that they're on?
They're on the ship.
Okay, sorry.
That's where they jump off with the scuba dive. and
Moving
stuff.
on. So she goes to the edge of the bow, if you will. Or is it the stern?
I think that'd be
Isn't the stern in the back? The bow's
Stern's in the
front.
back.
Right, but whatever.
I've been drinking, and it looks like a fucking square boat to me. So she's at a point in the boat. She looks into the water. She goes to the back of the boat. She has a little flashback of finding the blue heart of the ocean in her pocket.
So I paused at that point where it's her pulling it out of her pocket.
Okay.
That's where I am right now.
So in the original movie, she has that flashback. I'm actually getting a little welled up because I've been drinking. She looks at the fucking necklace and then just goes, and drops it in the water. Rose goes, lies down in bed, dies, goes to Titanic heaven, which that would be my own personal hell since I almost died in that ship. And she reunites with her fuckboy. Now, Matt is going to watch the alternate ending of said film. And go.
Okay. So she's giving some shitty speech and holding it over the water.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton's like, "Where's the tornado?"
Where's my belt? We're gonna survive this. We're gonna survive this shit with my belt.
Oh boy, Bill Paxton making jokes.
Bill Paxton wants that diamond.
I don't blame him. I want the diamond too. It's not even real.
I mean, it's based off of a real diamond.
Eh.
The Hope Diamond.
Oh wait, Esperanza. It has Spanish subtitles.
Oh. It adds to.
Por favor, solo un vez. She's about to hand it to him, and I just can't wait for the psych, bitch. I think he came in his pants. So she has given him the diamond. He's visibly erect.
It reminds me of that stick figure gift that you sent me where he gets a boner.
Hey, it's the chick from CSI. She's not CSIing anything on this fucking boat.
Also known as Mrs. James Cameron.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's who he cheated
I never knew that.
cheated on Linda Hamilton with.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think he made the right decision there, but that's between him and the Lord.
Yeah, well, he lost half of his money, too.
Fucking, so she just did it, and then everyone just like, fuck! The butthole's puckered. It's now sinking. Bill his chest hair is flowing in the wind, and he's just one single tear. And the shitty CGI of the going to the bottom of the osh. The fat guy screaming at her. Bill Paxton's like, I had it in my hand.
I like your dramatization of it.
They can't hear it, so it's like, or see, he's starting to giggle. Now he's just laughing at everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Isn't that fucking bananas?
You know what would be great?
What?
You know what would be great though? If that was like the beginning of a Titanic horror movie. So like Bill Paxton just goes and murders everyone that had anything to do with the Titanic as a result of touching it and not getting to keep it.
He becomes like Psycho Titanic.
I wish
Psycho
there-
Paxton.
I wish there was a third ending where the you said the fat guy just dives in after it. Like, no,
Fuck, lady! Going in.
That guy actually is.
He's the actual scuba diver.
He's an
guy,
actual like submersive. He goes down to the Titanic. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
right?
wasn't.
He's doing the.
He was not really acting in that movie. Like that was his job.
He's actually driving the sub in the video.
No. She's got her whole ass just sticking up in the air here. And that's a big ass. 20, 30,000 tons. Sorry. So, I would say there's not really much left to talk about Psycho Cop. We got through the plot. We talked about Titanic, which is the most important thing. Now I would say let's go to questions of the dam, but there's no trivia for this movie. So you guys both get a point.
Ready?
Rock, paper,
Are
scissors.
we going on shoot, or is it rock, paper, scissors, or is it rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Shoot.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure that there's no funny business here. So it's on rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
It's on the fourth note.
Yes.
You ready? Rock. There's a fucking delay. 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper. I accidentally bumped my headphones. This is not.
He's trying.
This is not.
What is that? He's icing the kicker right now. He's icing the kicker.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
I know there's nothing like. Yeah, that's fine.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Even though at the beginning of
Pretty
it,
sure I've murdered you this entire season.
yeah, you
so.
have.
It's called
Even
a
though
comeback, bitch.
even though at the beginning I literally said you both get a point, and you decided to be men, and we're like, we're gonna fucking fight for that point.
He did it. I
Yeah.
didn't. He was rock, paper, scissors, bitches.
No,
Fucking
we're
let's
gonna get
go.
all these points. Fucking men.
Fucking he started it.
Yeah. And you
So what was
finished
your
it.
favorite part of the movie, Matt?
All of it.
All of it? My favorite part of the movie was the guys, like, all... It seemed like all the male characters in this movie were trying to be like Mr. Hunk. Like, pumping their chest out and like, where's the beer?
Pretty sure I was eating
you drank
potato
all the
chips
beer.
while all of this. You guys look good.
Where's the soup?
Yeah.
Soup's on my dick. Oh, Zach, you're such a bad boy.
Let's go into the woods. I'll meet you there with my stereo.
She wants me in the woods.
You guys are gonna ruin everything. Get out of the woods.
Get out of the woods.
Guys,
She ain't gonna let me bang her in the ass.
I'm gonna go bang Laura in the woods.
And the other guy's like, oh, she knows that I got the hots for you. Get
Oh,
away.
God. I
Get
wish you could
away.
have seen your face. It oozed sexuality.
Yep.
You have to make that face to really hit that creepy low, like, fat notes.
And then what was the word that they were using that they're like somebody's looking in on them?
I don't know.
I remember being weird, but I don't remember what it was.
Like a looky-loo?
Yeah, they were saying like,
A looky-loo?
oh my gosh, look at it.
Wow, fuck you both, okay? Fuck you both.
No, it was, I like drunk Erica.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I'm awesome all the time.
Reassess both
And
of
then that
these
one
nuts.
chick's like, I can't find my purse. And they're all like, you dumb bitch, you left it outside.
There was a lot of questionable behavior throughout this whole
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
Hold
how about
on. The one thing I did want to say, because I just remembered.
it's like the
Okay.
Spider-Man?
I just got excited.
I just watched that episode.
I ain't going down for this. Such good friends. So,
Yeah.
when the bitch is in the woods and Vickers is coming at her with a car, I literally said to Daniel, I'm like, she's literally surrounded by trees. All she would have to do is veer right or left. And then he can't hit her with the fucking car. And immediately she just gets hit and like kind of like go like like yeeted to the tree.
Eat, bitch.
But it was like a light yeet. It was like one of those goats that gets scared and it just kind of falls over. And then,
I was wondering who puts their axe on the side of a trailer like the way that he did. Like nobody does that shit.
Furthermore, when you put your axe on the side of a trailer, why did you paint around it?
Yeah, like chalk lined it.
Yeah, because it's very clearly like it looks like they just put all their tools up in and then just spray painted the whole thing. So half that axe is just brown.
And then I'm wondering, because he's like, oh, his TV's on. Where the hell's he getting electric from? This thing's just sitting in the woods. Like there's no power line going to this
The
fucking
least
thing.
of the questionable actions in this movie, but I didn't even think about it.
but it's Daniel, so he's obviously going to go that route.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So, at this point in the show, because there's really not anything left to talk about it, this is yay, nay, or slay. For me, it's going to be a slay. I'm never going to watch this movie again. I will chit-chat about it. I will, call back to it. But if I see it on TV, I'm going to put on something else. I'm probably going to delete it from my Plex because that 1 gig is something that I need. Daniel?
I would have to agree. This is a slay. And, yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, talking about, I guess, our man Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Forrest Gump, man.
I'm not a smart man, but
I know
don't...
what Psycho Cop is.
All right,
and it ain't good.
Thanks for cutting me off, but yeah.
I hate you both so much right now.
Yay, nay, or slay, Matt?
I'm giving it a yay.
Of course you are, you fucking bitch.
hear me out. It was one of those movies that I had watched with my high school friends, and it's chock full of hilarious one-liners. It's a fun movie. It's not good. It's like you said, there's plot holes up the fucking wazoo, but it is enjoyable. And if someone's like, yeah, I just want to watch like a bad horror movie, fucking Psycho Cop. Psycho Cop always comes to mind. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it's yay to me because I will probably watch it again in that capacity. I'm not going to sit down on like a Friday night and be like, got the night to myself, I got my pizza, there's fucking Psycho Cop. But like, but this movie definitely has merit, and there's like very.
Oh my god, that's the clip. That's the clip for the whole fucking thing. Oh my god, that's so good.
I tried so hard to not start laughing watching the two of you just fall over. But okay, so this movie it has moments, it has memorable moments that are not good, but I thought they were fucking hilarious. And
you know what? I'm actually gonna change my answer to a yay because in that capacity, I do have to agree that is fucking that's fun to like have a group of people, even though we're still in a pandemic.
I don't know. I feel like the other movie, Madman Mars, would be a little bit better.
Yeah, but Madman Mars. That could fall into like that category though. Like, oh, I really want to watch like crappy horror movies that we really don't have to pay attention to. The only time we watch the screen is when people are getting fucking killed, which is pretty much the only time I like looked up when I was watching this because like I would like get distracted by whatever. You know, there are benefits to this movie. It's campy if that's what you're into. It's fun when you want it to be fun, and it's like does not need your devout attention unless you're a Psycho Cop superfan, which I know someone out there is, and I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, it's not me, but
you're
so
close.
Dan, are you sticking with Slay, or are you gonna go with the and you by no means do you have to change your answer, but two of us are right and you're wrong.
I'm keeping my answer.
Okay,
he's concrete. All right, everybody, that is
our 5-minute episode.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Monster Madness. I know it's gonna be a short one, but it is what it is. There's not much depth to this movie, and I hope you all watch Psycho Cop and Titanic, maybe, and especially the alternate ending, because I'm going to put it in the show notes.
And don't forget to check us out on Twitch and Discord.
Look at you go. I taught you so well.
Smoke crack and worship Satan.
Got my pizza.
So fucking good.
Looking for me?